A robot artist called Ida told British lawmakers that although it was just an artificial creation, it was still capable of producing art, as it spoke at a parliamentary inquiry into how new technologies will affect the creative industry. Described as the world's first ultra-realistic AI humanoid robot artist, it appeared in one of the Parliament's ornate wooden panelled rooms wearing a short black-haired wig and denim dungarees. Bearing a female humanoid face and with exposed robotic arms, Ida was created by scientists at the University of Oxford and named after the British mathematician and computer pioneer, Ida Lovelace. It answered questions alongside the head of the Ida project and the art gallery director, Aidan Miller, in a televised session. Ida has created a series of works, including a painting of the late Queen Elizabeth, and the works have been on show in exhibitions and galleries. The committee heard from the humanoid robot, as well as industry experts and academics, about the effects of the technology on workers in the creative industry. Answering the first question for the committee, Ida said that AI algorithm cameras in its eyes and a robotic arm helped it paint the canvas. Ida also explained how the analyzing of a corpus text to identify common content. Ida's first solo exhibition of 8 drawings, 20 paintings, 4 sculptures and 2 video works were presented in her inaugural exhibition in May 2019 in Oxford University. In 2021, at the top of Egypt's vast Giza Plateau, Ida exhibited her sculpture against the backdrop of the country's famed pyramids, the last remaining wonder of the ancient world. Ida's creative artwork is a 2.5-meter-long clay-made sculpture made on the riddle of the Sphinx. The humanoid's creation reinvents herself with 3 robotic legs. Joining us over the phone to talk to us more about artificial intelligence is Dr. Salah, an Egyptian scientist. Good evening to you, sir. Dr. Salah, are you with me?
Yes.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Artificial intelligence seems to be the future of the world, but now we're seeing robots that are also creating art as well as, AI-generated art. Why is this something that companies are focusing on?
I think it's not only about art. Artificial intelligence, or in brief AI, is nowadays penetrating almost everything in our daily life.
Yes.
Right across from agriculture to medicine to other applications around us. The mobile phones we are carrying day and night are using actually in a way or another artificial intelligence. The big fuss about the robot that's making art is whether this is really art or something artificial. And of course, because the definition of art is keeping changing every time, is keeping changing with time.
Yes.
Traditionally, we think of art as something created by humans.
Yes.
To be considered by other humans. But actually, nowadays, you are seeing either as a robot that's making paints and drawings and other things that's considered to be art. But let us to think deeper about it. It's actually about the software engineers and the programmers who made the artificial intelligence algorithms that make this robot capable of creating things that we consider as art.
Yes.
And actually, this is opening up the door for other questions that need to be answered.
Yes, which is a question that I also wanted to ask you, sir, about this. I mean, like you were saying, the engineers and the computer programmers are the ones who create the algorithm that basically creates the AI that creates art. Is there an actual possibility of having a sentient AI in the near future whereby this artificial intelligence creates its own path of thought, I suppose, completely out of what algorithm is being written by a programmer?
Yes, it's quite possible, but let us think about it in a deeper way, as I said. Without the programmer and the software engineer behind the machine, the machine itself cannot think.
Yes.
It doesn't have mind that has been created by God.
Yes.
It's actually, it follows up the algorithm that is computational algorithm, of course, that is written by a software engineer and by mathematicians and so on, electronic circuits designed by engineers and so on. Actually, the arts produced by computer applications and computer programs is not a new era.
Yes.
This has been something that I have seen myself in England for more than 20 years ago. Actually, the new about it is that these paints and drawings are made now by a robot. And because the robot resembles in a way or another the human actions.
Yes. Well, unfortunately, we're running out of time for this segment of the show. So, Dr. Salah Obaya, the Egyptian scientist, thank you so much for joining us this evening. We're going to take a short break and move on with the rest of the episode.